is it going, everybody? Hope we're all being all right today. Yeah! Wild camping time, biggies and buggies. Back out in the absolutely stunning Roddlesworth wood. Third time I'm camping here. And yeah, believe it or not, first wild camp of 2023. Can you believe it? I definitely can't. My head's been a bit peppered the last 6 weeks, so this wild camp is much needed, much needed, and I'm thrilled to be out finally. I was a bit nervous coming in, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, just here for one night. Some mild late February day. Hopefully we're on the tail end of winter now, although you can never quite tell in these parts, can you? Not a very famous reliable British weather. So I'm just bushwhacking at the minute. On my way to the pub as per. I'm all pitched up now back there, all my stuff squirreled away, and there was another bloke who were mooching about at a disused fire pit, probably another wild camper. Hopefully I come back to my tent being there, not being raided. If it does get raided, whatever, mate. There's not really that valuable in there, to be fair. That's not replaceable anyway. All my valuables are on me. Anyway, if you want to stick around and see what I get up to on this latest adventure, please do. So while I'm on my way down to the pub, have a little catch up with you all, because it's been a minute since I seen you all last. I was just thinking then, when I was just getting ready to set off, obviously this is my first wild camping video of this year. My last wild camp were almost 2 months ago, 21st of December, the beginning of the winter solstice. I've not done one since, but I did actually make a video a couple of weeks back, didn't I, about Bigfoot and, you know, various other curiosities. But yeah, first wild camping video of this year. And like I said briefly in the intro, it is the 20th of Feb today, so you know this month's nearly up. Only got another week and it's March. Got some good plans in March wild camping wise, which I'll share with you all in a little while. But yeah, it's mild today. It's, I mean, as you can see, it's overcast AF, but it's not forecast to rain. Touch wood. I've got a massive bag of kindle with me for my fire tonight, so it should be lovely and warm later on. Not like the last time I camped in here, whatever it were, end of November I think, weren't it? People legit thought I were gonna die. Like, all my girl mates who don't bother with me anymore now because they've all got boyfriends, all of a sudden they started texting me saying, Oliver, have you taken leave of your senses? Are you going to be alright? And I'm like, ladies, I know what I'm doing. So, and that, lo and behold, I was fine. But it was a cold camp that night. I won't lie, you know, I won't beat around the bush. It was a cold and chilly camp that, you know, got down to about -2, maybe -3, who knows. Yeah. But yeah, just while I'm with you all, my thought box, it's been a bit off recently. You you know. I mean, I admittedly, I do suffer with SAD syndrome, as a lot of us do, this time of year, there's a lack of sunlight or whatever, and you know, I have got ways to manage my mental health, you know, coping mechanisms, and this is one of them. These are benches I take myself off on, you know, and I'm really, what it boils down to, the reason I've not seen you all for a while, I've just been working like a dog, smoking beetles, shout out beetles, picking up loads of overtime at work, which is great for the bank balance, obviously, you know, and then any time I have had, you know, time off to come and do a camp, I've been making memories with my family, which is, you know, shout out family, it's always important. You know, I went to watch The Lion King with Millie in Manchester, the actual stage production, that were incredible, shout out Millie. And then a few days later it was her birthday, so we went to Liverpool. I went on Magical Mystery Tour with her. That was really, it was class, man, it was top. And obviously I spoiled her because it was her birthday. And then last week I went with Dad, shout out Dad, and Millie again, to watch Titanic in 3D on the IMAX in Manchester. So that's all it's been. Time's gone on, and I'm like, I've been wild camping for a while. You know, and obviously I knew I had 3 days coming up off work, and I'm on day 2 out of 3, so here I am. And obviously, because I've not been for a little while, you know, I would question myself, you know, like my confidence in wild camping, like, you know, should I go, should I just stay home, bin it off? And that's because I've not been for a while, you know, hoping it. I'm going to have to go to say, because this wind's probably cracking the road, isn't it? Fuck it, let's carry on. Yeah, those intrusive thoughts were getting into my head, being like, well, you know, you have been for a while, all, you know, you're still going to be able to, you're still going to be confident being out on your own at night. And obviously now I'm here, I'm pitched up, you know, I felt better anyway, you know, last couple of days, because I've been working through some personal stuff with close friends and family, but, you know, I'm super happy that I'm out anyway. Yeah, them beatings, man, beating down. You got some, you love whatever it is in the fashion about the weeks with the wild camping. Take a bit of time away from it, and it, you know, potentially your confidence can be knocked. But anyway, lo and behold, we're out for an adventure. So I'm just sat outside here in the hounds. I think I came here last, well I did come here last time, I can't remember if I showed you that. Shout out here in Hounds, you do a lovely pint of Moorhouse. And I wanted to give Abbey Village a shout out, which I'm just on the outskirts of now, but I'm not going to, because I've just walked the breadth of it trying to find a paper shop, and there ain't one in sight. Because Biggs and Pogs, it happened any time I set off for a camp, if I forgot something, there's always a nagging little thought at the back of my mind, and it's either I've brought too much of one thing and not enough of another thing, and I've forgot my coffee. Ah! Not good. Yeah, this is a problem, because I can't wait till I get home tomorrow without a coffee. So I thought, right, while I'm at the pub, I'll have a look in Abbey Village, see if there's a paper shop. And you'd think it'd be in a village, they'd have a bloody paper shop. Not one in sight. So, yeah, don't know what I'm going to do. I might just have to, like, dig some out of the ground and boil some mud and drink that. We'll see. Saved again by good old Papa Bear. Shout out Dad for running me up this emergency jar of coffee. I was very lucky really, because Dad dropped me off before early this morning It's about 2:30 now, and he went to Bolton. So obviously if you carry on along the Satan road, it eventually takes you up to Bolton. Anyway, when I got to Abbey Village before, as I told you, I thought, surely there's got to be a paper shop here somewhere. There were now. So, like I say, very kindly, Dad's delivered me some coffee. Wild camping delivery. Get at him. At David Howarth. Delivering for all your needs. And, yeah, all your needs. But then I was thinking about it and I thought, is this really wild camping, what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Like, I get to my pitch up, I go to the nearest pub, have a couple of beers and then stumble back. Well, I don't stumble back, but, I'll have about 2 pints at the pub and then I'll head back for a good mooch about. And obviously Dad's broken this jar of coffee, so, yeah, it's not proper wild. It's not really, like, if I were up in mountains and I didn't have my coffee, well, I'll have to go without, won't I? But I guess we'll find out this year, because obviously I've got some quite ambitious trips planned, as we know. The Cumbria Way I'm going to do first week of May. That's set in stone now. I've got my maps, so I'm just kind of doing my research for that at the minute. And then mid-June I'm going up to Scotland with Dad for a couple of days, because I'm going to wild camp next to Loch Ness. That's in a surrounding area. I'd like to do at least 2 wild camps while I'm up there with him. I'm going to glamp it a little bit and share a hotel room with him every other day. But yeah, so I've got some big trips lined up this year, really to test my metal, I guess. See what I'm made of in terms of like sort of long distance wild camping. So yeah, anyway, catch you with you in a bit. So back at base camp, and yeah, I've had a good mooch around. It's about 4:20 now, and I wanted to video myself coming back into camp just in case my tent has been destroyed, but I don't think it will have been, because I actually I think I bumped into the guy I saw before when I first set off. Well, the truth. Where's my tent? Oh, it's still there. She's still there. Yeah, the guy I saw before when I first set off, he was sat over in that area there behind these trees. There's a disused fire pit. He was just sat, I think he was having a butty or something, but he had quite a distinctive cane. It had like a golden line down it. Anyway, when I set off from the pub before, I'm pretty sure I walked past a bloke who had one of them, so I guess I knew it's the same person. She's here. She's still here. Mwah. Lovely, luscious, sexy, lean Van Gogh Nova 200. I was thinking about this, how many camps I've done with this tent now. I did 20 camps last year. I did 1 in the Fox one, and then 4 in the Carno Dome. So I guess I've done 15 tents in this bad boy, which is still going. Hopefully many more camps to come for yet for Old Reliable, Old Faithful. But yeah, I'm back now. I'm probably going to get a coffee and go soon. Then my dad's labours aren't wasted coming out and bringing me some coffee. And then I need to build a fire pit up again. And even though I've got quite a lot of kindle, because I'm in a nice dry pine forest, I'm going to forage around for some more wood as well. So catch you with you in a bit. all set up now, cup of coffee made, got my fire pit dug for later on, got some extra wood to go on top of my kindle, and I've got these fire blocks again because they're an absolute lifesaver for getting a fire going. They last a long time as well. So yeah, just gonna all go my view there for half an hour, probably watch a bit of Game of Thrones, and yeah, seeing as I've got loads of wood, I might even push the boat out a little bit and start my fire earlier tonight, so we'll see. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy my first cup of coffee since this morning. Just seen a deer. There she is. Focus, focus. Look at that. Oh, look at that natural behaviour. Should be digging for roots there. She has no idea I'm here. She's going to take the camera off now and watch you. My own eyeballs for a bit. Absolute beauty. Right, buddy? So on the menu tonight, spicy sausage pasta. Looks delightful, just as you'd expect, and it's all going in my big belly. So she's lit. They got some boggarts. I've had my tea. I've had a few cups of coffee. Watched a bit of haze outdoors, and yeah, now it's time to try and relax and enjoy my fire for the night. I have to admit, I've been feeling quite anxious really the last hour or so, you know, since it's gone dark, and you know, I think it's just because I've not done a wild camp in 2 months. You know, it's just getting used to being back outside in the dark for a long period of time. I think that's all it is. Comeback nerves, we'll call it. So yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I'm sure I'll feel fine in a little bit after a few cans of Northern Monk, no doubt. But yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Bid you all adieu for the night, and I'll see you all in the morning. Night, night. Good morning. Bigfoots and boggarts. Survived another night in the wild. 10 to 9. I slept pretty good actually, all things considering. Just got my morning brew on the go now. Gonna have some breakfast and chill out for half an hour, then get packed down and head home. But yeah, I slept pretty good. I went to sleep about 10:30, flat out, spark out as per. Woke up about 4ish because I was dying for a wee. Jumped out, had a wee, and then, man, could I not get back to sleep. Holy moly. I was just tossing and turning. Relaxed, I looked at my phone, it was about 5:10. I thought, well, this is it now. I'm just going to be waiting there until it gets light. We're getting light now. About first vestiges of light start peeping through about 20 to 7, and I only know that because obviously my day job being a support worker, I start at 8 AM in the mornings and I always get up at 6 AM so that I can have a brew and my breakfast and ease into the day. So it's usually dark when I first get up, and then, you know, obviously I've got to feed all my pets before I go to work. So by the time I get round to feeding my chickens, it's always broad daylight. At 7:10, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, lo and behold, I somehow managed to fall back asleep again. Next thing I knew, it would be alarm going off at 7:30, and I needed to answer the call of nature big time, so I got out, did that, jumped back in tent, and I thought I'll try, you know, again for a bit more sleep, and I managed to fall asleep again, and here we are. So yeah, even though I was tossing and turning for an hour or so during the early hours, all things considering, I slept pretty damn good. So yeah, happy days. Nice to go to sleep as well with less layers on, you know, compared to the last couple of camps I've done where I've had, you know, 3 t-shirts on, hoodie, jacket, snood, gloves, socks tucked over my jeans and Megan's. You know, don't get me wrong, I still have my sleeping bag and my bivvy bag, but it was nice to, it gives me hope, you know, that we're on that side of the year now. Better weather's coming, hence better wild camps. So yeah, happy days. Anyway, my brew looks like it's going to start smoking around the stove gets off. I'm going to love you and leave you for a little bit. Catch you soon. Go here. Thought we were going to leave without you. No sorry. I'm going to take my rubbish. Leave no trace, all that jazz. Forgot to say actually yesterday, excuse me, when I was at the pub, I got talking to this lovely young lady who was the barmaid. Shout out whoever you are, you'll never see this, but you were sound and you were quite fit as well. I was almost tempted to bring you back to the tent club, but you know, like obviously I'd already made arrangements with Alexa Vice. Shout out Alexa Vice. No, I needed time on my own for this one, trying to straighten me noodle boodle out, but I was just having a bit of a chat with her, shooting the breeze at the bar, and you know, so we had a nice walk today, and I was like, yeah, it's been top, but I'm actually stopping tonight in woods. And she went, oh, you can't beat a bit of wild camping. And I was like, no, you can't. Yeah, she was telling me that, you know, it's quite popular as wild camping in Roddlesworth, and she herself has been with her children, and you know, she was like, kudos to you for going on your own. I couldn't do it. And I was like, I know. Again, it's just this place, Roddlesworth, like, when it went dark last night and I was waiting to get my fire lit and trying to pass the time on, the energy levels were off, my chakras weren't lined up right, my spiritual radar was just going into overdrive. There's some sort of presence in this place, whether it be a Bigfoot, a dog man, you know, something more paranormal, UFOs, extraterrestrials, maybe something malevolent. I don't know, it's an odd place. I mean, obviously it's top, it's, you know, it's nature, innit? But I've always attested, whenever I camp on the grain road, I never get any feelings of untoward, ever. You know, when I've camped there in dark months like we have had these last couple of months, or, you know, summertime, never feel a thing on the grain, and Lake District again, same sort of thing. But here, don't know, man, I can't put my finger on it, but something a bit aloof anyway. So that's another one in bag. First one of 2023. Start as you mean to go on. So I'm just on my way out now. And I think I'm going to wrap this video up for today. Close this one down. Another adventure in the bag. Yeah, because I haven't really got much more else to say, TBH. But when will I see you again? Next week is March. I can't believe it's March already, man. Yeah, next week is March, and the first 3 days I'm off. So weather depending, I am tempted to take myself off to lovely lakes for a couple of days. Go and do some mountain camping. Maybe like prep a little bit for a Cymru way. Travel some of the parts when I'm familiar with them. I don't know, I'll see. And then obviously, end of March is my birthday. 30 years old. 30 years, 30 trips around the sun. This bag of bones has been walking around on this rock that floats in the cosmos. So of course, the only way I know how to celebrate, you know, people have been saying, where's your 30th? Can you do something big? I'm going camping, boys. I'm going camping, Bigfoots and boggarts. It's as simple as that. So yeah, so hopefully you'll see me quite a bit this month. But yeah, if you've made it through to the end of the video, thanks as always. You're a star. Putting up with my broad Blackburn accent. Leave us a comment if you want. Subscribe if you haven't already. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's just one of them. And I'll see you all further on down the road. Bye. Bye.